Get in the truck, my brother said, his voice shaking. Leave everything. What's going on? I asked, my heart pounding as I clutched my sleeping daughter tighter, adjusting her gently in my arms while walking toward the open truck bed. It was past midnight. I had been asleep, my 4-year-old curled next to me, when my brother banged on the door like the house was on fire. Now, standing under the porch light in my pajamas, I could barely process what was happening. He looked pale, scared. I'd never seen my brother like this. Not even when our dad died. Not even during his divorce. There was panic in his eyes. No time, he said. Please get in. We're not safe here. I didn't ask again. Instinct overrode reason. I jumped into the passenger seat, my daughter still asleep on my chest, and closed the door. We drove in silence for miles, winding through backroads I barely recognized. I kept glancing at him, waiting for answers. He gripped the wheel like it was the only thing keeping him alive. Finally, I whispered, "Are we in danger?" He hesitated, then nodded. "Yeah, you are." The words hit harder than I expected. "What happened?" I asked again, this time more firmly. "You're scaring me." He didn't speak for a long time. Then he said something I'll never forget. "They're watching you. Listening. He's not who you think he is." I knew exactly who he meant. My husband, Mark. But I didn't believe it. Not right away. Mark was quiet, introverted, a tech consultant who preferred books over people. He wasn't romantic, but he was steady, reliable. We'd been married 6 years. I thought I knew him. Until my brother told me everything. "Mark's been spying on you. He installed surveillance, cameras, keyloggers, GPS trackers. He's been monitoring everything, your phone, laptop, even your car. I found out yesterday. I didn't know how bad it was. But tonight, I intercepted a message. He's planning to take your daughter." The breath left my lungs. No, that's not possible. He's her father. He wouldn't. He's not her biological father, my brother said quietly. I turned to him, stunned. "How do you?" "Because he told someone. He said she's not his. That he wants to disappear with her so you can't use her against him, in a divorce. He's been making fake documents. Preparing to leave the country." My hands were shaking. "Why would he do this?" "Because you found out about the money," he said. I stared at him. "What money?" And that's when the second betrayal hit. Apparently, Mark had been quietly draining our joint savings for over a year. Thousands gone, wired offshore, hidden in crypto, converted into untraceable assets. My brother had stumbled across the paper trail when helping a friend track a fraudulent transaction. He saw Mark's name on a flagged list and decided to dig deeper. What he found was a full-blown secret life. 2 false IDs, encrypted emails to someone overseas, and a scheduled flight booked under an alias for Mark and a child matching our daughter's age. I couldn't speak. The house we had built together. The dinners. The lullabies. The late-night talks. The quiet mornings. All a performance. The worst part? I hadn't even seen it coming. I thought we were just going through a rough patch. I thought I was the one being distant. He said he'd been working late, traveling for clients, dealing with stress. He was building an escape. The truck pulled into a motel on the edge of nowhere. My brother had already booked the room in cash. He helped me carry my daughter inside, tucked her into the bed, and locked every latch on the door. I sat on the edge of the mattress, numb. "What do I do?" "You report him," my brother said. "Tonight. Before he reports you." My blood turned to ice. "What do you mean?" "He's already planted evidence. He made it look like you were planning to kidnap her. He's setting you up so if anything goes wrong he gets full custody and you go to prison. I've seen the files." I nearly vomited. This wasn't just betrayal. This was psychological warfare. I made the call to the police that night. Then to a lawyer. Then to a cybersecurity expert. Every part of my digital life was compromised. My email, cloud storage, even my private journal app. He knew everything I did, everywhere I went. By morning, a protective order was in place. Mark was served papers within 24 hours. The evidence my brother had uncovered, thank God he copied everything, was enough to launch a formal investigation. Mark denied everything, but the digital fingerprints didn't lie. I moved into a secure shelter for a while, then into an apartment under a temporary name. My daughter never asked questions. She just clung to me a little tighter at night. Kids always know when something's wrong. Mark tried to countersue, claimed I was unstable, that I'd snapped. But the truth was already out. Surveillance devices were found in our home, hidden in lamps, behind vent covers, even in a smoke detector above the bed. He wasn't just preparing to betray me. He already had. I learned later he'd been building this plan for nearly 2 years. Slowly, carefully, like chess. Only he never counted on one thing: my brother. The same brother I used to fight with over cereal. The same one who helped me move out of my dorm. The one I stopped calling for a while after a stupid argument over politics. He risked everything to save me. It's been a year now. Mark is awaiting trial for fraud, wiretapping, and attempted parental abduction. I've changed every password, rebuilt my financial life from scratch, and started therapy for me and my daughter. There are days I still feel haunted, paranoid, broken. But there are also days I feel strong. Because I got out. Because I had someone who saw what I couldn't. And didn't walk away. Betrayal can come from the person sleeping next to you. But sometimes, salvation comes from the one you almost forgot had your back all along. I left everything that night. But I kept the only thing that really mattered: my daughter. And now we're free.